So in this lesson, we're going to go through how to reduce tax withholding and how to apply for an EIN. US tax laws require that US-based companies like Amazon must withhold 30% of any non-US royalties. Basically, if you are not American, you just signed up for merch by Amazon, Amazon will automatically keep 30% of your earnings for tax purposes. Luckily, the US has tax treaties with many countries around the world, which enables you to reduce your tax withholding rate in some instances down to 0%, which is the case in the UK. Now, how do you know the tax withholding rate for your country? It's simple. You can either find that from the Internal Revenue Service, IRS website, or during your Merch by Amazon application. Your treaty benefits will be highlighted during your tax interview when you enter a tax identification number. In most cases, individuals and companies will have a tax identification number issued by local governments. But if you don't have one for whatever reason, there's a fix. You can apply for an employer identification number as an individual or as a company with a simple phone call to the IRS. Here's how to apply for an EIN. Step 1. Call the IRS on the number shown on the screen and simply ask them for an EIN. Their office hours are from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. US Eastern Time. I suggest you call them early in the morning, local time, or at the end of their shift so you don't have to wait for too long. Step 2. Provide some basic information. They'll ask you for your name, surname, your address. In case you operate as a company, make sure you communicate that and explain what your company does. Step 3. Provide a reason for the call. They'll ask you for a reason for your call, and these are the lines that you want to use. So make sure you take note of them. You can say, I need an EIN number to comply with the IRS withholding regulations, or I'm a non-US person, and state your country of residence and your nationality. Say, I'm not starting an entity in the US. I'm an individual and I need to fill my tax forms to obey with US tax regulations. My intention is to receive royalties from Amazon, that kind of thing. I have recently started my Merch by Amazon account with Amazon and I have to comply with the IRS withholding regulations. And after that, they'll ask you some other questions like, are you going to be operating heavy machinery in the US and stuff like that? So just say no. Only call them if you have good command of English. Otherwise, get someone to contact them on your behalf to make sure that you're not saying the wrong things. Step 4. Get your EIN number. They will say it over the phone, so make sure you jot it down correctly on a piece of paper, then use it in the TIN space in the tax interview section of your Merch by Amazon application. If you already have a Merch by Amazon account, simply update your tax information with your new EIN to reduce your tax withholding rate. It's that simple.